So we're going to keep this episode kind of short and concise because I think this is number 17. I think this is the 17th take. And I do not want to fucking do this again because I don't know what the fuck I'm saying anyways. So listen, today is episode 2 of IBS with Hundo. And I titled it Losing Control. Specifically because I saw Abdullah's video on the Glucose Network titled Losing Control. I'll link that video down below in the description if you want to check it out for yourself. But basically, in that video he talks about how when he was growing up or whatever, he had a weak mind and it broke. And then he started having suicidal thoughts and shit got fucking crazy and weird. And he could have fucking just killed himself, but he was right on that line and he just decided to get stronger. And he got stronger and realized that life is worth living because, well, it's really just, nothing even matters. Really, if you want to die, then die. If you want to live, then live. No one cares really other than you. So let's talk about losing control. For me, I lost control of my body. My mind was, fairly strong, but my body's really what gave out. So, like I was talking about in my last video, you have your mind or your body that's going to give out. And most people's mind is what gives out. That's why everyone has fucking anxiety or depression. You know how many people, I have anxiety. Oh my God, cry me a fucking river. Everyone has fucking anxiety. And everyone gives himself anxiety, just like everyone gives himself depression. Depression is the fact that you don't fucking want to accept reality. Reality's been here the whole goddamn time and it fucking unravels itself to you. And then depending on how you accept that, you get depressed on it. So it's like, depression and anxiety are two perfect examples of how everyone's mind deteriorates and is deteriorating, definitely before their body. So what can happen is if your mind basically gets real fucking low and gets stressed and it's not very strong, it reaches a point where it's like, and it just goes fucking crazy. And your body can do the same thing. And that's pretty much what happened to my body because I was, averagely healthy. Compared to what happened, I was fine. Because when I got sick, it was like I lost everything. It's like fucking as sick as you could possibly get. We'll get into that. We'll get into that whole story, but I got pretty much as sick as you can possibly get. And, one thing you need to take away from this is if you're not fucking paying attention to how you eat or how you sleep, or basically, if you're not paying attention how you eat, what you eat, when you sleep, how much water you drink, what kind of exercise you're doing, when you exercise, stretching, all these things, if you don't pay attention to these things, and you say that you don't pay attention to them because you don't need to, because you feel fine and you're definitely a risk for fucking either your mind or your body just going bah! In one point and just fucking going all crazy, alright? And if you're one of these people and it does happen to you, you basically have two choices. You have three choices. You could just fucking be stupid and let it take you down and die or something. Or you could be stubborn and try and get through it and then not change anything about your life. And then you'll keep experiencing the same fucking issue. Or you could change your diet and your exercise regime and start understanding that you need to be constantly having a flow through the body of good foods. And what I mean by good foods are just whole plant foods, because everything else is more complicated to digest and just gonna fuck you up. But we're not even gonna get into that because that's a subject for a different video. But basically, losing control is pretty much gonna happen to everybody. I would say 70% of the time it's gonna happen to people's mind before their body, and then the other 30% is gonna happen to your body before your mind. And things like depersonalization and sleep paralysis and things like that are all dysfunctions of the body-to-mind connection. And once you start fucking eating right and exercising right and sleeping right, you'll be able to get everything lined back out. And that's pretty much what I did for myself. And a lot of people do for themselves, and that's why I feel like they feel the drive to help other people, is because it's like, I'm not a fucking doctor, but I feel like I doctored myself, and now I want to doctor other people. And you basically need to understand that if you're losing control right now, if you're losing control of your mind, then your only way out is to shut the fuck up and get stronger. Like, seriously, you have to find everything that you don't like and everything that you want to complain about and just shut the fuck up about it. And if your body is losing control, well then, you need to get your diet and your exercise. You know, that's what I should say about for the mind too, because if your mind is losing control and your diet and your exercise and your sleep is out of control, that's only going to feed into that. So you need to make sure in either case that you're getting your fucking shit together with your diet and your fucking sleep and your fucking exercise. You need to be moving and digesting very efficiently on a 24-hour period. So I don't even really know what this episode was about. It's basically just talking about how I lost control. Like, my body just lost control, and because my body lost control, it didn't matter necessarily how strong my mind was. It really didn't. It did not matter how strong my mind was. My body had fucking gone haywire. So the only way to fix my body was to manually fix it through diet, and which is what I did, and which is what I'll explain, which is what Planet Hundo's all about. So I'll see you for fucking episode 3 when we start to get into, you know, the background of the whole story of how my life unraveled. All right, and great video, Abdullah, for fucking, thanks for uploading that, and some really good points you made, and, you know, hopefully someone else can have some thoughts reflect off of the things that I've said. All right, peace.